Alfaluz's revolutionary Workhorse solves the challenge of oil sands in even the most demanding conditions in Canada. It's an environmentally friendly system that transforms heavy oil sands into three primary outputs: pipeline-ready oil, boiler spec water, and reusable solids. Let's take a step-by-step tour of this system. This configuration of the Workhorse system begins at the hopper. Upon arrival, the ore is immediately hydroblasted with a mix of ambient temperature water and a low concentration of Alfaluz's proprietary biodegradable chemical called Petromax. This prepares the solid material for processing. Once it passes through the gridded opening, it's shredded to reduce the size of the solids, which helps reduce the risk of system clogging. The oil slurry then moves to the first injection chamber. The hydroblaster injects a mix of ambient temperature water and 0.5 to 1% of Petromax into the injection chamber at a rate of 7,000 psi and 10 gallons, or 482 bar and almost 38 liters per minute, to separate the bitumen from oil and water. As a result, the solids are freed of hydrocarbons and the asphaltenes lose equilibrium. The ready-to-use diluted Petromax is injected via 6 specifically angled injection nozzles, creating great shearing and energy, which breaks the emulsion, takes asphaltenes out of equilibrium, and eliminates H2S and reduces viscosity and density. The pre-separated lower viscosity and lower density fluid then travels to the second injection chamber. The second hydroblaster injects recirculated water into the second injection chamber, rinsing the low viscosity slurry from the previous step and creating the ideal water-to-solids ratio. This rinsing process continues to destabilize the asphaltenes and prepare the materials for more efficient separation and processing in the next steps. This second injection chamber, acting as a pump, then pushes the now even less viscous and less dense material up to the separation pools. Each of the 4 separation pools on this first level, all automatically and remotely controlled, are sequentially filled with processed fluids arriving from the second injection chamber. The fluids rest for approximately 60 minutes in each pool, allowing enough time for an initial separation of solids and liquids. The control system sequentially releases the separated solids, which drop out of the bottom into an OTR truck to be repurposed for land reclamation. Toxic gases emanating from the fluid are safely contained within the system and reused, and remaining water cascades down to the second separation pool. Additional separation of liquid and solids takes place in the second pool, where the fluid is again given time to separate and the gases emanating from the fluid are contained within the system and reused. Air nozzles located at the bottom of the pool create microbubbles that facilitate the lighter fractions of oil to surface to the top, resulting in a layer of partially upgraded frothy oil resting on top of the water. The solids that drop are flushed further down with the help of those same air nozzles and then ultimately pushed out of the pool to the OTR truck below to be reclaimed. The partially upgraded frothy oil is collected in a tray and diverted down to our proprietary MCT unit. The MCT upgrades the oil by continuing to separate the asphaltenes and ultrafine solids, heavy metals, salts, and water. These solids are pushed down to the truck underneath to be reclaimed. The water is recycled back through the Workhorse system or transferred to an external water storage tank, and the upgraded commercial oil is transferred to a pipeline or commercial storage tank. The water in the second separation pool, now containing just a few middlings, cascades to the third separation pool, which is the MCT pool. The process of separating the solids in this third pool is extremely fast and results in totally clean water and stackable fine solids such as clay. Any remaining separated ultrafine particles, asphaltenes, and salt are pushed out of the bottom of the second MCT unit and removed by an OTR truck to be repurposed in land reclamation. In the final step in this Workhorse system, any remaining ultrafine solids are moved to the commercial storage tank, and the clean water is again recycled back into the Workhorse system or transferred to an external storage tank. Our environmentally friendly Workhorse can process large volumes of oil sands ore per day at a very low OPEX and CAPEX. It's easy to scale up and is energy self-sufficient. It can also be configured for other oil applications, such as MFT treatment, SAGD, soil remediation, and more. Please contact us to explore how this revolutionary system can increase your bottom line by transforming your oil sands into pipeline-ready oil.